Whammer and what's good, everybody? These are the types of videos I wish I made more often. Over the last 15 years, there have been so many different iterations of setups, offices, locations that I've made content, and I really wish I could go back and look at them all. So I'm making a video right now to take you and probably my future self on a tour of what my office setup looks like in 2025. And a lot of the stuff is going to be seen for the first time in this video because some of it I haven't shown on stream. Let's get it. First things first, this is always out of frame in my videos and my streams, but this is all of the camera gear that I use when I'm actually on location working. We got my little color changing light. Shout out to American Dad Live for making this sexy ass sign for us with our logo. The LED bars in my shelves have been set up for a really long time. I just didn't want to unveil them until everything else was fully ready, which is now. Everything is pretty much fully ready. While we're on the topic of lighting, I have over here, this is an Elgato key light. We have the Elgato ring light over here. I can hit a button on my stream deck and turn all of my lights off and on. Let me go ahead and turn them all on real quick. This light up here acts as a hair light slash rim light, though I don't have any hair, so I guess for me it's a rim light. Also, I put acoustic foam up on this entire wall. As you can see over here, there are bass traps in both of the corners here, and we have corner foam up along the top and corner foam going on both sides as well. We have the Shure SM7B. This is my main microphone. And hanging on the side of my desk, we have the SM58. This is what I use when I'm wandering around my office and just ranting. All of that lovely stuff is running into the Mackie DLZ Creator. I've absolutely loved using this audio interface. Of course, also on the wall, we have my studio monitors. In terms of cameras, I have a Canon EOS RP in the middle of that ring light. That's my main camera. And over here, we have the Elgato Mark II face cam. That's what I use for shots that are kind of more at an angle versus looking at the camera. And over here, we have an OBSBot Tiny 2. That camera is so when I'm wandering around my office, it can see me anywhere I'm standing in here, which is pretty cool. We have an Elgato Key Light Mini that lights up the shelves over here. In terms of lighting, last but not least, we have another Elgato Key Light Mini that lights up the green screen. Speaking of green screens, I'm using the GoPro Hero 8 Black to capture green screen footage. And yes, here is the new computer that gave me a little bit of grief when I first got it, but things seem to be running perfectly right now, so we'll take it. I went absolutely all out with this PC. I'm talking 96 gigs of RAM, a 5090, an Intel i9 processor, just the whole 9 yards. Here's my little shelves full of goodies. I'm gonna have to flip my camera around, but somewhere back there, if you can see it, that is my audio rack. This is what powers my camera. This is what powers the GoPro. All the way at the end, those are my speakers. I got a cloud lifter for my microphones and a big old drawer. We can pretend like we didn't see those messy cables for now, all right? All right, good talk. And of course, what's actually in these shelves is just simply my favorite things. We also got foam on the door over here. SpongeBob is hiding. We have a cardboard cutout of our dear friend, Mr. Freak Weasel. My bass guitar. PlayStation 5. My Switch and extra keyboard and mouse are down there. I guess I didn't really showcase my actual setup very much. Here we have the chat monitor, my main monitor. This is usually what I use for Discord, and down here is usually what I have my OBS preview on. And over my desk, I have an overhead microphone here, and I have a spot I can put an overhead camera eventually. A lot of this stuff I've had for almost 10 years. For example, my main monitor is relatively new, but the other 3 monitors on the sides I've had for like 10 years. I got them when I got my first ever PC setup, which would have been, 2015, 2016, in my first ever apartment. Those were the evil Pinky Winky days. If you know, you know. If you have any questions about the gear I'm using or gear recommendations, ask in the comment section. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to do in this video. I just really wish I'd had videos showing each iteration of my setup over the years, so I want to make sure I at least documented it because a lot of this stuff is like only 2 weeks old in this office. I foamed the back wall last week. I hung the green screen up last week, so finally it feels really cool to have a space where I can just let all my crazy ideas flow and the space around me can actually keep up with all those crazy ideas. I absolutely did not think it was going to take as long as it did to get this new computer up and running, so I've taken maybe the last 3 or 4 weeks, not off, but very, very minimal posting just to keep the channel having new content while I've been doing all this stuff. This video is going to be the kickoff, and starting Wednesday, we are going to resume posting just a bunch of awesome stuff. I want to say for the next month, you'll notice some of our videos are going to be the same quality that they were because I have a lot of videos that are backlogged, and then you'll definitely notice some videos are going to be much higher quality because those are videos that are recorded on my new computer with all this new crazy setup. I think that's about it. As always, take it easy, everyone. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that I see you in the next video. Whammer.